The harder you fight to save your relationship, the faster you might be driving him away. It sounds cruel, but your warmth has become his cage. I'm Amelia. I'm breaking down the silent dynamic that turns your love into a weapon. But pay attention. In exactly 2 minutes, I will show you why your silence is actually more powerful than your words. Does this feel familiar? You're staring at your phone, waiting for a text that never comes. He suddenly becomes busy or hides behind a screen. You try to fix the heavy silence, but the harder you push, the more he flinches. You think you're fighting for the relationship, but he feels like he's fighting for his life. And here is the terrifying reason why. Psychologists call this the anxious-avoidant trap. It's a powerful, invisible dance where your solution is his biggest trigger. You crave closeness to feel safe, but to him, that closeness feels like a loss of independence. Keep listening, because I'm about to reveal the protest behavior that is subconsciously killing his respect for you. Your greatest fear is abandonment. To you, distance equals danger. But his fear is engulfment. When you reach for him with all your raw emotion, he doesn't feel love. He feels a demand he can't fulfill. This creates a tragic cycle. And if you don't break it in the next 48 hours, the damage might become permanent. It's a vicious loop. You sense distance and you reach out. He feels pressure and pulls away. Your anxiety skyrockets, so you pursue harder. This is where most women make a fatal mistake that leads to a final breakup. Here is what you must do instead. The power to stop this cycle lies only with the person who is aware of it. That's you. You cannot explain your feelings into him. That just adds more pressure. There is one radical move you've been terrified to try, but it's the only thing that will make him move toward you again. When your internal alarm screams that he's pulling away, you must do the opposite of what your fear dictates. Stay still. Instead of leaning into his space, you must lean back into your own life. This isn't a game. It's a return to your own center. And in the second half of this video, I will give you the exact 3-step strategy to make him feel the void of your absence. You must accept a hard truth. You cannot explain your feelings into him until he suddenly changes. The power to stop this cycle lies entirely with you. And here is the first of 4 steps that will feel like a superpower once you master it. Step 1. Name the dance. The first step is to recognize the dance, not the dancer. When you feel that familiar panic, stop. Tell yourself, this is not about my worth. This is just our attachment styles clashing. By naming the pattern, you separate your soul from the conflict. But naming it is only the beginning. The next step is where most women fail, and it's the most crucial one for your dignity. But wait, before we move to step 2, you need to understand something he will never tell you to your face. To an avoidant man, your love doesn't feel like affection. It feels like an unpaid debt. Every time you do something extra for him while you're feeling anxious, he doesn't see a giving partner. He sees a bill he didn't ask for and can't afford to pay. He feels your unspoken expectation that he must fix your mood, and that pressure is exactly what makes him want to bolt for the door. In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you how to stop being his creditor and start being his equal. Step 2. Self-soothe. Step 2 is learning to soothe your own anxiety. Your instinct is to run to him for a fix, but that is exactly what keeps the cage locked. You must prove to your nervous system that you can survive the distance. It sounds impossible, I know. Here is a practical tool you can use tonight. The 10-minute gap. When the panic hits and you feel that desperate urge to text him or ask, "Are we okay?" Set a timer. For 10 minutes, you are not allowed to move toward him. Sit with the discomfort. Breathe through the burn in your chest. You will realize that the world didn't end because you didn't send that text. This small victory is how you start to rebuild your backbone. Because if you can't survive 10 minutes without his validation, you will never be able to build a relationship that lasts 10 years. But once you stop leaning on him for safety, everything in his behavior will start to shift. Here is how you communicate that shift without sounding cold. Step 3. Change communication. The third step is to kill the protest behavior completely. Stop asking why he is quiet. Instead of a demand, give him an invitation. If he says he's busy, don't crumble. Just say, "Okay, let me know when you're free." And then, this is the part he won't expect, actually go and have fun without him. Let's get specific. Most women say, "I feel like you're ignoring me. Can we talk?" To him, this sounds like a courtroom summons. Instead, try this. "I'm going to grab a coffee and read my book. I'd love for you to join, but if you need some quiet time, I totally get it." Do you see the difference? In the first version, you are a victim. In the second, you are a woman who has a plan with or without him. Watch his face when you say this. He will go from feeling cornered to feeling curious, and curiosity is the only soil where attraction can regrow. Why is this so effective? Because it leads us to the fourth and most powerful step that turns the tables entirely. Step 4. Cultivate your life. You have made him the sun in your universe, and when the sun hides, your world goes dark. You must build a life so rich that the relationship is only a part of it, not the whole thing. Why is this so effective? Because a man cannot chase something he already fully possesses. By rediscovering your own hobbies, friendships, and goals, you introduce mystery back into the dynamic. He suddenly realizes he doesn't know everything you're doing or thinking. This creates a healthy space that pulls him toward you. You aren't playing a game to make him jealous. You are becoming a high-value woman who simply doesn't have time to obsess over a text message. And trust me, nothing is more attractive to a man than a woman who is genuinely occupied with her own greatness. And pay attention to what happens next, because this is the magic moment every woman waits for. But I have to be honest with you. There is a question I know you're terrified to ask. What if I lean back and he never moves toward me? If that happens, you have your answer. It means he wasn't looking for a partner. He was looking for a hiding spot. If he only stays when you are chasing and overfunctioning, he is not a man you can build a future with. By stopping the chase, you aren't just testing the relationship. You are filtering for a man who is actually capable of loving you for who you are, not for how much you can do for him. A funny thing happens when you stop the pursuit. When the runner realizes there is no one chasing him, he stops running. He turns around. He starts to wonder where you went. He finally feels the space he asked for, and for the first time, he feels the actual desire to move toward you. This is not just about saving a relationship. It is about saving yourself. You have the strength to stay still. You have the power to reclaim your center. Starting today, your love is no longer a cage. It's a sanctuary. What part of this dance felt most familiar to you? Was it the protest behavior or the fear of being alone? Share your thoughts in the comments. You will see you are not alone in this journey. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on reclaiming your feminine power.